What's going on, everybody? Welcome into another edition of Say Hey Plays. My name is Jose Bouquett. Alongside me back again is my good friend Dabby Cab. Dabby, we
What
were just
up?
talking about this card, and we were both kind of bullish on this card so far. Not our favorite card we've had this year so far, right, Cabby?
No, not at all, man. This is usually I like to come into these. I think we all see Jimmy like he'll come into these like looking to make plays maybe or hear what the chat says. And usually I come in with my stuff ready. Today I'm gonna be in Jimmy's shoes. I've got some leans, man, but we'll see. I need somebody to push me over.
Well, hopefully, I can get you and your Jimmy Choos out of here and into some bets, Cabby. That's what my goal is. I've only got three as well. One I locked in right before the show started because of the
Ooh.
line finally coming out, and I have a bunch of leans, but a lot of them are pretty juiced. Unfortunately, some I'm a little bullish on as well. So we will talk about all of those. But Cab, of course, let's get this show cracking.
Let's
Say Hey
go.
Plays 31. Say Hey Plays 31 officially underway now, and we'll
Look at that
recap
record.
yesterday real quick. A pretty, middling day yesterday. Actually, I called it a very hilariously average day, but we went 3-3 yesterday. Let me try to find the. I try to look at the
Plus
tweet
like
where I put.
0.1 units or something. Bro, look,
Yeah,
look, there are so many days where I would kill for that plus 0.1 units. So like you got to take your wins, even though I know it's as low as you can possibly get on a win. It's still a win, bro. It's still a
yeah,
win.
you're
It's a
right about
long
that.
season.
We had two easy cashers with the White Sox first five under, and well, I wouldn't say easy. That was a four. It got a little sweaty at the end. But and then we had the Rockies, Arizona Diamondbacks first five under -125, which I was all over. That was like I said, that was my favorite play of the card, and it ended at 1-1. It was a great game to watch, and Chad Coolin, Merle Kelly, man, Merle Kelly just kept doing his thing. So
Dude, I
I'm
have got
impressed
to
by that.
follow suit on you and get on some of the. We were just talking about it too. I've got to get on some of these first five unders with you. Those 3.5s and threes, they scare the shit out of me, bro. But like, I get it. Nobody's scoring. Nobody.
Yeah, the threes are scary. Threes are definitely scary, and I don't blame you there at all. The two losers, or the three losers, I should say. We had a Seattle first five heartbreak. It was just a crazy game. One of the best games of the year so far, back and forth throughout the whole game. Jared Kelnick comes off the bench in the eighth, hits a potentially game-winning home run, take the lead. Then Manny Margot comes up in the ninth, hits another home run, gives them the lead, and it was just a
Oh,
crazy game to watch.
so I was on Jimmy and Razor's racing show yesterday.
Yeah.
So I got to go back and watch Say Hey, and I did it for one reason because I only had one play yesterday, and you probably know what it was, right? So hold on, who
Yes, I
was
think
on
I,
the?
I think I think I do. Oh, it was you, Darvish. It was you,
There
Darvish.
you go. Of
Yes.
course. So I had to go back and watch because I texted you. I said, "Don't fucking talk shit about Darvish in front of these people tomorrow on the show." You didn't necessarily talk shit, but dude, 4-1
Dominant.
now, backing him this year. Come on, like
Dominant. You
four and
shouldn't be
one.
saying this, Cab. Like you said, you don't want to tell too many people because now everyone's going to start betting on him,
Don't bet
losing your
on him.
money.
No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I will continue not to bet on him, Cab, because last time I jumped on one of your guys, Justin Verlander just continues to shit the bed for me. So not going to
He
jump on
gave
you,
up
Darvish.
back-to-back home runs and with 2 outs to lose it. I mean, we lost, so obviously we were wrong, but that's about as right as you can get with being wrong.
Well, I'm gonna keep betting Justin Verlander just for the shits and giggles of it. It's very fun. Oh fuck! I just remembered something I need to do, but I'll just shout out the chat first, and that'll get to me what I forgot. Shout out to Brian Watson Shout out to Brian Watson for watching. Appreciate you, my man. Chief Occupancy. Nice to have you back again. JA and Galactic High and Occupancy fucking reminds me. He wants to fade the Padres, and he's got one more shot with Lopez here. I didn't DM Pablo Lopez this morning.
Oh well,
Shame
yo,
on
so
me.
that's one of my leans too, and I've been cashing with the Padres this year. They've been one of my money trains, not just Darvish. Musgrove also like I like that Padres team, but I also am thinking about taking the Marlins today too. I like that occupancy. And shout out Galactic High. Me and him have been chatting back and forth. He's a good sports minded guy.
Yeah, beautiful. Shout out Galactic High. Shout out to Julian Cesario in the chat right now. Let's get right into our first game here. We've got some double headers today, Cap. Got a couple. A
Yeah,
couple. We've had a game already canceled, or I should
my
say 2
favorite,
games.
my
Yeah, 2
favorite game.
games. Yep. And there's probably another game coming on the cancellation list, but it's going to be an interesting card.
Who? Who?
And the Royals and the Orioles and the Mets Phillies game are both probably going to get canceled
Bro,
again.
if they cancel the Mets and the Phillies game, I swear, man.
I will tell you that it's probably going to be postponed, but we will talk about it here shortly. Maybe not though, because I don't know if I made graphics at the end of the day.
I had 3
I
plays
thought
yesterday. All of them but one got canceled. And now you're telling me one of my 2 plays is about to get canceled today?
Well, Cab, you've got East Coast bias, is what it seems. You've got that sweet, sweet East Coast bias because it's all rain on the East Coast. That's what I'm learning.
You're right. You're right. Let's see. We'll get into it, man. Let's go. Somebody in the chat, you're gonna hook me up and get me firing on one of these lanes. And this will not be one of them, though.
This
right,
is
let's
definitely not one of them. The doubleheader of muck and madness here. Reds, Pirates. Reds still 3-22. Everyone still stink.
Oh,
Hunter.
Are they gonna get? You know that old saying, like they'll at least win 60 games. Well, my ass, they're gonna win 60 games.
Yeah, I don't know if they are. I really don't know if they are. It's going to be a slog. Connor Overton looked good last time out. We talked about him. I think we talked about him yesterday because this game ended up getting canceled yesterday as well. 0-0 with a 1.69 ERA at Colorado. 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 3 Ks, 2 walks. Brubaker on the other side, been very bad this year, which, justifies, I guess, the plus money, or I should say even money on the Reds, but ultimately a big stay off game for me. I stayed off of it yesterday because the Reds weren't juicy enough for me to take them. So stay off again here for me, Cav. Anything for you here?
I can break down both of these games in one way. If you want to get on the fade the Reds train, take the Pirates both of these games. I mean, the Reds have won 3 games this year. If you think they're gonna almost double their wins today,
Jesus,
don't. Right? Like that's the one. Like if you break it down to the simplest form, like wins and losses, like this team has 3 fucking wins and they're playing 2 games today. Do you think they're going to get to 5? Like if not, you take the Pirates and both of them probably on the run line, and worst case scenario, you go 1-1 and win some money. I will say this about Brubaker. He's one of those guys, man, that I think his stuff is there. He just sucks, which is it's one of the most frustrating things to see and watch. Last game he pitched, I was on whoever was against him. And I remember thinking as I watched him, I was like, yeah, this guy he's got it, but he just sucks.
That makes a whole lot of sense. He's got the stuff, but he sucks. He can't locate, most likely, is what I think you're trying to say here.
Yeah.
Can't put it where he wants
locate.
it, That's
he gets shaken
thing.
Easily.
Yeah, so I'm off. Excuse me. So I'm off that first game. Second game of the doubleheader here. No line yet, but we've got Mitch Keller versus Robert Duggard, who I'm glad that we mentioned him, was on the Rays earlier this week. He was on the Rays earlier this week. He's the first player that I've seen so far change teams and now make a start for the new team.
Makes sense which team he's doing it for.
Exactly. It makes a whole lot of sense. Top of the waiver wire. So you need everyone they can get right now. He was on the Rays, like we said, versus the Minnesota Twins on the Rays. He went 5 1/3, 8 hits, 3 earned runs, 7 Ks, no walks. And I have a feeling that whoever's in charge of the Cincinnati Reds, they're like, oh, the Rays put a guy on waivers? Or don't the Rays always make pitcher's good? Let's go get that guy. That guy right there. Bring him
back. He started a game and only gave up 3 runs. Like, can we get him?
Come on, we need that. We need that right here. Come on. So I'm off this game. I think this would be my Pirates pick, my Pirates spot here if I had to take them, but no line, obviously. Need to see what happens in game 2 or game 1, excuse me. So maybe you bet on Mitch Keller. He was great last time out at home for the Padres. 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned runs. Versus Milwaukee at home again, 4 2/3, 5 hits, 4 earned runs. And at Milwaukee, the first time he went back-to-back against them. At Milwaukee, pitched great the first time against them, 5 1/3, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 7 Ks. and that one earned run was off a home run. Both these teams are bottom half in offense, 2 against righties, an 80 and a 76 weighted runs created plus. So, yeah, these teams are as bad as advertised.
Next, let's stop
All
wasting
right,
time.
next, because I can't wait for this series. This is actually a good doubleheader. Dodgers Cubs here. Clayton Kershaw versus Drew Smyly, 2 aces. Battle the aces, apparently. Now we've got Drew Smyly officially an ace. Who would have thought? 6.5 this total is, and I put a comma realizing now instead of a period. So that's really good. I do not love Drew Smyly, as many people will know, but he's been fantastic this year. Been absolutely fantastic. At the Atlanta Braves, 4 2/3, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, but both of them coming off of home runs, 4 Ks and a walk. The Pirates last time out before that, 5 innings, 6 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 home runs, 4 Ks and a walk. And then at Colorado, 4 2/3, 4 hits, an earned run, and I should say no earned runs and 4 strikeouts, 1 walk. So he's been pretty good this year. Clayton Kershaw, of course, has been as advertised as well. He's been fantastic. I don't really think I need to go through his numbers. He got a no decision last time out versus the Tigers, 6 innings, 4 hits, and earned run, 7 Ks, 2 walks, but he's been fantastic. So honestly, here my first initial thought was towards the first 5 under here, 3.5.
Yeah,
but I just don't trust Smyly. I wanted to take the Dodgers first 5 minus a half, but that's at minus 145, and that was one of my first leans.
I got it. I got it at minus 133, which is terrible, but I mean,
yeah.
at
See,
least
I
I
told
beat
you
some line movement.
I told you before the show that I saw it at minus 135, and in the 12 minutes and 45 seconds that the show has not been going, it has already gone up 10 cents.
Well, you think your pitching nuts like me are all figuring out that Mets game is going to get canceled and they're piling on Kershaw or something right now, which is not smart just to jump on a pitcher if you don't have other stuff that you've looked at. But you know, if you're playing people like Kershaw and Scherzer all year, you're probably not going to do too bad.
Oh, and by the way, you know, I forgot to mention this in the recap from yesterday. Big shout out to Christopher Commentini. Shout out to Christopher Commentini. It took me 13 minutes and 19 seconds longer than it should have to shout you out, my man. But shout out to Christopher Commentini for putting it together, a 2-team moneyline parlay. It made you sweat. It definitely made you sweat. Both were 1-run games. But there was a point in my day where I was like, fuck.
Oh,
I'm going
I never do parlays. Ever. I literally never do them. I straight bet to win 1 unit. I stick to it. I bet to win 1 unit every game. I know I probably need to change it up. But yesterday, you know, the past week and a half or so, and you've seen me on your show, I've gone from having, you know, great days to 1 and 2 days the past couple of times. It is what it is, right? But yesterday I felt it, bro. I just knew it. I was going to fucking sweep the card, which I did, 2-0, 1-0 in baseball. But I knew I was going to. I only had 2 plays. So I put a $40 parlay down on the Yankees run line, the Mets run line, and the Padres money line. But, you know, I only got the Padres money line. I ended up getting a minus 118 for that parlay that I won instead of anything cool.
That's funny. By the way, shout out to Ron Crawford's spreadsheet play of the day, San Francisco Giants. We'll talk about them shortly. Excited to talk about that game. Jake Burns, all I do is parlay. That's been very funny. And Julian Cesaro saying 2 teams have been working. 2 teamers have been working lately. But yeah, I thought at one point I was like, damn, I'm going to have another losing day. I'm going to go 2-3, blah, blah, blah. And then I completely forgot about the parlay until like 9:30 after the games were over, and then I looked and I saw they both won, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, Chris, let's fucking go!"
See, and you're sitting here downing your day, bro.
That's very funny.
Bro. 0.01 units up is beautiful. It's beautiful.
We'll take it. That's a whole last dollar. We'll take it, no problem. By the way, this is a doubleheader, like we mentioned. Game 2 of this doubleheader is Tyler Anderson versus Daniel Norris. That is an opener, and I believe, let me double check here. The RotoWire does have, yes, RotoWire has the primary as Keegan Thompson, 2-0 with a .89 ERA this year. He's been fantastic. I've really, like I said, I've got nothing on this game, but Tyler Anderson has been great too. No lines, obviously, because game 2 of the doubleheader, and it's still early. 5 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 3 Ks, 1 walk versus the Detroit Tigers. Tyler Anderson was, and he also had another good start last time out before the Tigers at the Padres. 4 2/3, 4 hits, 2 earned runs off a home run, 4 Ks, 3 walks. By the way, shout out to Christopher Commentini in here. We just gave you that big tire pump just 2 seconds ago, my man. So shout out to the Pew and shout out to the parlay that hit last night. Love that.
Oh,
But
big
yes,
red, glad you tailed.
nothing on this one for me here. I think I'm going to stay off and watch game 1 and wrestle with the fact that I want to take that first 5 under 3.5, but probably not going to do that either. So let me see here. Cab, what do you have?
So the first game I did take the Dodgers first 5 run line, minus 133. This game right here, man, and I like the under that you were talking about in the first one. This one right here, I might look to an over, depending. We don't have a line for it, or we got. It says under 8 or over 6.5. That can't be right. My lines must be fucked up right now.
Yeah, I think it's just because it's a second game of doubleheader and it's so early that some of the lines won't be out and there'll be little weird ones out there.
Okay, well, this one I might look. I don't. You got to see what happens in the first game. I might look to an over in this one, but and an under in the first one. But I'm only going to play the Dodgers in the first game. If you like the Dodgers in this second game, you're getting some value with them, I think, because they're usually a lot more juiced. So
yeah, and Keegan Thompson's looked good this year, but I mean, how real is Keegan Thompson? Let's all have a sit down, honest conversation about about Keegan Thompson. Let's just be real. Last time for Keegan Thompson, 3 2/3, 4 hits, 1 earned run off a home run, no Ks, no walks, versus the Chicago White Sox, who are not hitting. And then at the Atlanta Braves, before that, 3 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 3 Ks, 2 walks. So been good, but let's see it. Let's see it against a very good lineup in the Dodgers. All right, so another doubleheader here we're going to talk about. We're all just going to knock out all these doubleheaders all at once, and I'm excited about it. This is the best one of the 3, I think. At least the best pitching matchup of the 3 to start it off here. Gausman versus Bieber. We talked about it yesterday a bit. I want the first 5 under here, but
so do I.
It's a 3. Last time I checked, right, Cab?
Let me look. I do too. I wrote down 3.5, but if it's a 3, that's that's even worse.
Yeah, no, it's if it was a 3.5, I consider it there.
Am I looking at the? Oh, I'm looking at the second one.
It's a 3.5. Excuse me, it's a 3.5 at minus 130. So they're begging you to take 3, but I don't think I can do that. Unfortunately, minus 130. That's borderline for me. And I think I already have a minus 130. I do have a first 5 under 3.5 minus 130 on my card already. So
Jake Burns said he was thinking first 5 under 3.5 here. If they had a 3.5 for Jose, I don't know about you, Jose, but if I got a 3.5 here, I'd probably take it. I want that half a run. I don't want a 3.
Okay, so I think I might be moving on it then. Teoscar Hernandez is coming back for the Blue Jays today. I'm not 100% sure, and I guess neither is RotoWire. Let me do a refresh here to see. They do not have expected lineup or a confirmed lineup, I should say, for the Blue Jays yet. But Teoscar is supposed to be back today, and like we said, this is a doubleheader, so I don't know if they're going to play him for Game 1, Game 2, or both. So that'll be interesting. Man, I think I am going to take it. Mike M likes yes run in the first inning here. Big balls for you, Mike. Shout out to you.
If you like yes run in the first inning, you might as well take that over 3.
Yeah, you should. That's a good point there. I mean, I think I'm gonna write it down right now, and I'm gonna keep sitting on it. But I also did circle the over 3 here as well. First 5.
Wait, so you're sitting on taking the under, but you have the over circled?
No, I mean I had that as an early lean.
Okay.
And I was a little. I mean, I wanted Teoscar in there, of course, because I think the Blue Jays lineup is a little different with Teoscar in there. And the Guardians right now are one of the best teams against righties. Second best, 120 run weighted.
I mean, you could take a first 5 plus money with the Guardians here if you really wanted. If you like them, I mean, back in Shane is smart. He's a 3.25 career ERA guy. I don't have that written down here, but he's a low 3 career ERA guy. He's a very good pitcher. I mean, I'm off this game. Like I said, I was leaning on the under, but you kind of just talked me out of it. You're supposed to talk me onto a play, not off of them, but I'll take it.
Yeah, Jose gonna middle the total, hoping for a 3.25. Maybe that's funny. And Anthony's right. Teoscar's not worth a half a run. I mean, you guys were all right about it. And Kevin Gausman's a different pitcher, guys. I mean, he's been. I think he's so far the AL leader in the Cy Young. So I mean, off the top of my head, I can't think of anyone that's been pitching better than him. Seven innings, 6 hits, 2 run runs, 10 Ks, no walks. At Houston has not to walked anyone yet. And by the way, Paco, it depends where you're shopping. I've got a first five under 3.5 at -130 on Bovada right now. And Cab, you've got a 3, correct?
Yeah, I got I see a 3, 3, 3. The only place I see a 3.5 on here is at Bodog and Bovada. Yeah, you're right. But the 3.5 is -130.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna write that down, and I think I'm gonna probably end up taking the first five under 3.5 here. And I don't feel great about it, but these pitchers are fantastic. I've been kind of down on Bieber the whole year, which is partly, I guess, why I'm down on this play a little bit.
I mean,
But
I
he's
know
been
you.
great. He's been great. So I
That's
mean, it's kind of unfounded.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like I mean, he's proven he's proven, and he's throwing probably the best right now that he has. But that's a lot of pitchers, right? I was thinking about that the other day. Like a pitcher's comfort zone is so important, and with how shitty everyone's hitting right now, a lot of pitchers are really fucking comfortable.
Yeah, yeah. So I just took first five under 3.5 -130. Not my favorite price, not my favorite play, but just makes sense, guys. Just
So
makes
now
a whole
that's your
lot of
fourth.
sense. Yes, that is my fourth play indeed. Yes. Next game on the docket, by the way, the second half of this doubleheader. Tristan McKenzie, Ross Stripling, no lines out yet. But I am leaning Guardians this way. This game. I do not like Lars Stripling, as we all know. T Mac is a great pitcher. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if you took a first five under here as well. McKenzie, 6 1/3, 4 hits, no earned runs, 7 Ks, 1 walk last time out at the Oakland A's. For Ross Stripling at home versus the Yankees, 4 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned run, 3 Ks, 1 home run given up, and no walks. So he's been great too. We've all kind of were down on Ross Stripling, but he's been doing his thing. What can we say? So proofs
Yeah.
of the pudding there. And right now the Blue Jays are 19th against righties at a 91 rated weighted runs created plus, and while the Guardians are at second, like I mentioned. So I think definitely I would lean towards the Guardians in the second game and perhaps another first five under. I don't want the 3.5 with those two guys. I would need a 4.5 there. I would definitely feel comfortable with a 4.5 -125 again if that's the case, but I would expect it to probably be a 4. Cab, anything here? Any thoughts on the second half?
Yeah, I don't hate going leaning towards McKenzie. He's another one of those guys, man. If you've watched him pitch, his stuff is just nasty. I, Blue Jays have been frustrating for me this year. They're a very good team. They seem to suck every time I back them, just like my Brewers. You see my hat. Man, yeah, I'm off of it, and I don't want to make a play without us having like lines and everything up. So I'm off this one. I like the under first five in both of these games, like you were just saying. I also, a lot of times we disagree on our pitcher, like whether it's Darvish or Verlander, but I agree with you here. I'm not a Stripling fan, man. I'm just not.
Yeah, I can't get with it. I really can't. Like it's tough to bet the first five under here. And when the line comes out, if it's a 4.5, I think I'll bet it, but we'll see. And that will
I would
require you
just
guys. Go
personally
ahead.
look. I'm thinking this is a bold prediction, so I could obviously be wrong, but I'm thinking the Blue Jays win late in the first game and the Guardians win the second game. But we'll see. We'll see.
I think I might tweet that out and make that official later today. Definitely follow me on Twitter at Jose Bouquett. And if you follow at Say Hey Plays too, you'll get the plays there as well. So follow me on Twitter there. You'll see all the plays as they drop. And that's the best way to see them all as they happen. And you can see the show on there as well on my Twitter. But definitely watch on the YouTube so you can be with the chat. And I wanted to mention the chat. Just a shout out to Damon Santori watching with his little man, getting some wizard waves from me. Apparently, shout out to Mini Santori. Appreciate you, my man, for watching as well. Paco
Oh, yeah.
Healy, San Diego guy, I believe. in Vegas for the Derby. Let's do that. Paco, I hope after the show you go pop over to watch Jimmy the Bag and all those guys do the horses. That's going to be fun. And Damon Santori also going to be in Vegas for the World Series of Poker. And playing three small tournaments. So fuck around and do that. That's going to be awesome. And by the way, Jake Burns asking a good question. So if I take Cleveland first 5 plus a half and no score or no runs scored, that cash is correct. Yeah, that's not a bad look. You think it's going to be 0-0, take Cleveland first 5. And I've been on the other side of it plenty of times, Jake, where I take the minus a half and it's 0-0 and I lose. So
yeah, no, exactly what Jose just said. That half a run's so important if you can get it. Burns, are you looking at the first or the second game with that? We'll move on. I'm just curious.
I think he's going with the first game.
That's what I assumed because we didn't have a line. Okay. Yeah. What is the juice on that?
Let us know. Let us know in there, my guy Jake. And I like that bet.
I kind of do too.
Next game on our card here is the Oakland A's Minnesota Twins. And unfortunately for me here, Cab, there was a late, not really a late pitching change, but I capped this game with Chris Paddock on the bump. So I capped this because I thought Paddock was going to be on the bump. Sonny Gray comes back from his injury here to make his first start back. I believe it was a groin. I should actually look this up and not talk out of my ass here. It was a hamstring. It was a hamstring. I knew it was a lower body injury, but yeah, he got hurt with a hamstring last time out against the Red Sox, and now he's coming back. I was not high on him before, but he's pitching okay. James Caprillion on the other side for the Oakland A's. He should be 0-1. Did not put the 1 there, but he had a struggle start last time out against the Guardians to start off his year. And the thing that is plaguing him was the thing that I was kind of worried about looking at his minor league stats before that start. And I faded him that start successfully. 2 innings, 3 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 Ks, and 4 walks, just walking a lot of dudes. Ugh. And I wanted to take Minnesota first 5 here, but that was with Paddock.
Yeah.
Now with Sonny Gray, little trepidatious. Don't really know how I feel about it.
I hate where I'm at with these totals right now, man, because like there's so many unders that I like, and then this one just screams to grab the first 5 over, in my opinion. Like, just like screams it. But do I really want to take it over with the A's? I did it once on your show and it worked, but do I want to do it again? Like,
yeah, I mean, I don't blame you at all. I mean, first 5 minus a half, by the way, is minus 135, so 5 cents away from what I would take it at, unfortunately. So that's another thing there.
What is the first 5? What?
First 5 minus a half is at minus 135 for the Minnesota Twins. So, and their team total over 4.5 is minus 105. 4 is at minus 135 as well.
I can't back a pitcher on their first start back. I just can't.
Yeah, I don't like it either. I don't like it either. And on top of that, I don't like Sonny Gray as much. So just a total stay off game for me here, Cab. Right for you too as well?
Yeah. Paco said Oakland team totals are pure pain unless you're going under.
Yeah, Paco, I can totally imagine. Occupancy, by the way, giving up a good point here. Gout
like 256. People are hitting like 256 on him right now this year. I need to have my numbers in front of me when I say shit like that. Hold on.
You grab those numbers while I introduce the next game and we'll bop back to it. The Detroit Tigers and the Houston Astros. And man, I really liked this play. And then I saw the line and was really disappointed that they essentially made it unbettable for us. I wanted to take Astros first 5 here like I wanted to breathe air. Cab, I did not think Eduardo Rodriguez was going to pitch well against these Houston Astros. I don't know if I just have a vivid memory of him stinking against the Astros or what, but it's at minus 135 as well. And I don't want to break one of my cardinal rules here and take the over minus 130, but man, do I think
is that your cutoff?
Yeah, minus 130 is mine.
I think that was my cutoff until today too. And then I broke it and took the minus 133 with the Dodgers.
Well, 33, at least you just like 3 cents, whatever. But you could say that for 5 cents as well.
That's what I'm about to say. Like, I mean, a principle is a principle. If you're going to break it, like, you know what I mean? I would lean Astros here too, man. Valdez has been just fucking way over the plate this year. I'm just, like, his stuff isn't that like he hasn't looked bad. He just, man, he is missing right over the middle inner part of the plate when he misses, or middle up, right? Like, Houston seems like a good play here too, but at the price, are we gonna lay the price with them?
Well, I'll tell you guys, and I looked up Eduardo Rodriguez's career stats versus just the Astros. Last year, 0-1 with an 11 ERA and 2 starts, 9 innings, 12 earned runs, 5 walks, 9 Ks. The year before that, 1-0 with a 1.5 ERA and 1 start, 6 innings, 1 earned ball game. And career wise against these Houston Astros, he is 1-3 with an 8 ERA and 6 starts. And I will say this is at Minute Maid, so let me
It's at
look
home. You've got a good pitcher on the mound for the Astros that needs to get his shit right. They rock Rodriguez like
at Minute Maid. It's one and
at
one with
Minute
a
Maid, bro. Like,
five ERA. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do it, everyone. You guys are watching me throw up and make this
oh,
play.
dude,
First
and
five.
I'm looking to join on something. I'm gonna write this one down. I've got the under in the first Blue Jays game, and now I'm gonna write this one. I mean, I think it's the right play. I just don't want to fucking pay that much for it.
I don't either. I really do not like paying the minus 135, guys. And you guys are watching me have an existential crisis here.
Let me talk about gambler talk real quick for people in here. And I know most people know this, but it's like, so I already laid, and I don't usually do that either. If you've been following, I've been doing like plus 120s or plus 130 run lines when I can. Lately, I've been boosting my value. So like, even though my numbers are a little lower, like my income has still been good because of the value. Today, I've already taken the Dodgers at minus 133. If I lay this right here with Jose, which I want to, but if I lay a minus 133 and a minus 135, and God forbid I get swept on those two plays, I basically just went 0-3, right? Like,
Yep.
it's so fucking important to find value in your plays.
Well,
0-2 might not look like 0-3, but when the money's about the same, that's all that matters.
exactly. And let me tell you, Cab, I have just made another play official because the chat is on their shit. And I like this play. And I'm doubling up on this Astros game, I guess, here.
Are we taking a run line?
I am taking the run line plus 110 Astros here, plus
Fuck it.
money.
Put me on it.
I
Let's go.
liked it as well. Rants on it as well. Occupancy talking about bats
me on
woke
it.
up, started cold. Altuve being out did not help that occupancy. Now that he's back, he's here. Astros minus 1.5. You know that he's going to get shelled.
It's too beautiful. Oh, and let's see. Oh, well, you know, this has so many books on it. I was going to say, here's a plus 118 or plus 115.
Ricky Bobby asking if we like the first five under or over here. It's at 4.
I think the line's perfect.
Money. Yeah, I think that's a good line because I think you could get like a 3-1, for example. Like I think Framber gives up 1, Eddie gets touched up.
I could see it being 3-1, and I could also see it being 5-3. It's just
yeah, it's over minus 130, which is making me say that I think that they think that Eddie's going to get touched here, or I think there's going to be a higher scoring a game at least. So
I'm adding this Houston play right now. I'm going to take them on the run line also. I mean, it just makes too much sense. I'm sitting here talking about value and this, that, and the other, and taking run lines, and then the chat's blowing up about the home team run line. Peasy, I haven't clicked a button yet. I hate that. You know why he's saying that, right?
Yeah, you get the less at bat. Yeah, it's fucked. It's fucked. This game is hard to bet here, and baseball is hard to bet. But I first of all, I already took it, so I'm
taking it too. I'm on it. I'm on it.
It's not my. Everyone knows that you've watched the show for these last 5 minutes. We've been agonizing over this bet. This is not my favorite bet. Normally, when I hear a bet I like, I audibly make noises and such. But it's just.
I haven't pressed the button yet, man. Stop giving me hesitation.
I think Eddie gets touched here, guys. That's a plain simple fact of it. I think he's just going to get rocked. And I think, and I've said several times, Framber Valdez for me is a bet on pitcher, especially at home. So I'm taking the Astros first 5 minus a half, minus 135, which is fucking gross to say out loud. And it's going to feel even worse to tweet out. And I'm taking Houston run line plus 110. We'll see.
You're doubling down on this?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, so you do like it. You do like it. If you're doubling down on it, you really like it. End of story.
Yeah, I mean, I like I said, I thought the Astros would get to Eddie here. I thought I would have I don't know if it was like a vividness bias or what, but I knew that he gets touched up here. And then you check the numbers, 8 ERA against them, 5 ERA at Minute Maid Park.
You visually remember seeing him get touched up, and then the numbers back that. That's a beautiful thing right there.
Yeah, so Astros here for me, guys. This is a long breakdown, and by the way, a good question here that we'll answer real quick. Paco Healy asks, Jose Cab Chat, do you guys bet to win or risk to bet? I bet to win $100 basically. That's not my unit size, but that's what I would do. I bet to win. I would bet to win
You mean you bet to
$100.
win 100, but it's not your unit size?
Well, I mean, that's how I calculate all my shit. I bet it like 100. I'm unfortunately I'm a college or recent college grad. I don't have, just $100 that I can just throw around to bet,
Right. That
but
actually is what I'm betting. I'm betting to win 100. I
oh
was
yeah,
gonna.
I know, and I respect that gigantic balls. I don't have those balls, so when you
Oh
put your action in, I
shit!
fucking
I know people who bet more than that and less. It
oh
don't matter,
yes.
man. Winning is what
Well,
matters.
yeah. I mean, Jeff Slaughter is my boss. I've watched Jeff Slaughter put in $3,000 bets, no problem. And I'm over here fucking shaking, and Jeff's just like, click, no problem. So shout out to Jeff, man.
Right.
And
And I'm sitting
obviously,
here. Do I put this 100 down on this run line, bro? Like, do I do it?
yeah, and
I did it.
obviously we're not unit size shaming here. You bet whatever you want, whatever you want to sweat out. But yeah,
Bet what you can afford. That's all that
yes,
matters.
that's a good saying there. And when I track my action, for example, Paco, I'm betting to win $100 every time. So 115 to win 100, or 100 to win 120, whatever it is. So that's just me.
Right. So if it's a plus money, you're getting the value. That's same with me. So like on this one, I'm putting 100 on it.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll be a fun time. But this game's gonna be interesting as Molly the dog tries to barge into my room right now. Next game in the docket, we'll be able to skip through this one pretty quickly. Scherzer, Gibson again, and it seems like this game's gonna get rained out again. So I don't want to talk much about it. First five under here would be a look for me. Let me double check and see on RotoWire to double check and see if it's still red or whatever we're
Let me
calling
say
it.
something while we're doing
77%. But yeah,
this. Get 77%.
that's what it says on RotoWire.
Like, is it supposed to be like heavy rain? Does anybody in the chat know? Because I already did. I took the Mets first five. I took them on a run line. I don't like those first five run lines a bunch, but I got Mad Max. I got I think it was even. I got even money on it at minus half a run in the first five. Gibson, he's been great this year. He's a good pitcher. He's not a great pitcher. It's that simple. He's not. His numbers are better than what they should be, in my opinion. Not a lot better, but they're better than what they should be. And Matt Scherzer, he is a great pitcher. No ways, ifs, ands, or buts around it. And with the way the Mets have been producing runs, and the Phillies, they had a whole day to sit there and think about that shit that they pulled 2 nights ago, bro. Like,
I forgot
dugout
about
talk
that
is
for a
real,
half
man.
second.
And those guys, there is no. Somebody told me, "Oh, you think they're gonna come out angry for what?" No, bro, that's fucking embarrassing. Like, you come out angry when you lose a 2-1 game in the ninth. When you lose a 7-1 game in the ninth, you go bury your fucking head in the sand. Like,
Yeah, I can't even imagine Corey Knable. Yeah, sheesh. By the way, Fireside asking about -1 run lines. -1 run lines, you basically build them your own. This is something that I've learned the last like year or so, whatever, working with Jimmy. He's got a -1 calculator. If you do DM him or shoot him a message on Twitter, you bet like a certain amount on the -1.5, and then a certain amount on the -0.5, or whatever it is. And he makes up one. I don't personally understand it. I don't like betting them because that's a lot of math for my head, and I'm stupid. So no thanks. No thanks there. But it is a good bet if you can do it. And by the way, Craig Wood, thank you for your insight here. Sports Insights has value on the Tigers. So
hey, they had value on the Reds the other day. So
that is kind of worrisome.
yeah, but did you hear me, Jose?
Yes, the Reds. It's the Reds.
Pretty sure they were recommending the Reds and the Orioles the other day. So and the Orioles won, so it was a good recommendation. I'm just saying, bro. Like,
By the way, Paco saying the other side of it. He's been laying a flat bet to win 100, taking the $70 on one -140, et cetera, et cetera. I think if you're betting at like a casino every day, I think that's probably the more like realistic, thing. Unless like if you have a bookie, you can like type in like -115, $115. It's not every day that you'll have like ones, tens, fives, whatever from the casino. So you'll give them like $200 and you get whatever you get back. So I could imagine that too, Paco. And you're live in Vegas right now, so that makes a whole lot of sense to me in my
Hey,
head personally.
Ricky Bobby said actually just a light drizzle right now, so that's nice. Hey, I'll say this. So answer this question for me, Jose. And I did this with you. Like I think it was like the first time I was on, and you were like 10 runs, and it didn't go over. But it's just sometimes simplifying.
Oh God, I remember that. I
Yeah,
think about that every so often now.
but dude, but even though it didn't go over, like that was an honest answer, and it made sense what you said, right? So like it's baseball, bro. So what I'm
I was
getting at
going
is
5 runs here. I think I think it'll be a lower scoring game.
that's not my question for you. Don't worry. My
Okay,
question is about Mad Max. Like, let's say at the beginning of the year or now, right? Somebody said at the end of the year, how many games do you think him and the Mets are ahead by half a run? How many games at the end of the fifth inning do you think he has the lead?
a lot. It would be a lot. It'd probably be a majority of starts.
Right. And even if you say, like, I don't know, even if it comes down to like, shit, I don't know, like, let's say you get 14-7 or something like that. He's one of the, and do not blindly bet a pitcher. Okay. I'm not telling that to the people in the chat. But what I'm saying is he's one of those guys where it's like, yeah, he's going to lose. You're going to lose when you back him. But if you stick with him, like consistency is key in a lot of this baseball stuff. Right. And he's one of those guys at the end of the year, he's going to have more wins than losses. He just is.
Yeah, I agree with that consistency thing. That's kind of what I've been doing. I've found my guys this year. Obviously, if you watch the program a lot, you'll know who my guys are quite frequently. Logan Gilbert was one of my guys yesterday, and I blind bet almost those guys, those type of guys when I know they're good and I like them, and they hit a plus money line yesterday, so I backed him. You lose because he had his worst start of the year, and I'm going to back him next time, no
Oh,
problem.
you're more excited about backing him next time. That's the same with me and Darvish, right? The
Yeah.
two games ago, he gave up 3 runs and he looked like shit. And I still won my first 5 inning bet because the Padres scored 4. And I was like, oh, dude, I am going to hammer the fuck out of Darvish next start. I knew he was going to be lights out yesterday.
Yeah, and by the way, Jake Burns asking a good question. Cab, this is a question for you since you are, as they say, a former baseball player. Do unders and rain make sense? I feel like it would be harder to score if it's raining.
Yes and no, man. That is a thought that I think most baseball minded people would have what you're saying right now. But here's the thing, like it depends on how hard it's raining and it depends on what's going on. Cause if they're like, let's say they're trying to press to get 5 innings, right? And it's just fucking coming down. 1, it's hard to pitch in that shit. 2, it's hard to make plays in it. And when you got the mud, like the dirt, like piling up, it just depends if we're talking about like taking it under because a team hits a whole bunch of home runs and they have a high slugging percentage and the ball's not going to carry out of the park, like, yeah, sure. In that case, the rain makes sense. But if you're talking about like, a team that manufactures runs, like, I don't think the rain might make it easier for the hitters than it does the defense and the pitchers, right? Like, and that's something I feel like most people don't take into account.
Yeah, and Puzzler saying here that the hard, wet ground makes it harder to skip in. So, yeah, it makes a whole lot of sense there. And, just a logical thing. If you hit the ball in the air, the raindrops start hitting the ball, it's going to start slowing the ball down too.
Well, and
logical
too, though, you don't like, and that's what I was just saying. Like a team that manufactures run, that doesn't matter. They're hitting line drives and hitting gaps. But you like this sounds so stupid and simple, but you don't want to throw a wet baseball, right? You hit a ball to the outfielder and that shit rolls through the grass and they pick it up and it's soaking wet like that. Or you're in the infield, or you're the pit. I mean, your pitcher going to dry it off before each time, but still, you don't want to play defense when it's raining. It's not fun.
Absolutely. Yeah. Let's keep it moving here, Cab, because I like our tangents that we're going on.
Yeah,
here
my
today.
bad.
No, we're fine. We're perfectly fine. We've got the whole card to cap here, but 6 more games. And I actually have a play in this one. And I think this is one of those where you got to throw up the sirens, throw up the red alert. It doesn't happen often, but when it happens, people should probably tell me, I guess. Boston Red Sox, Chicago White Sox here. And quite frankly, here, I took White Sox first 5 minus a half at, let me see here, plus 110. And I was definitely shocked to see that number. Definitely shocked to see that number. I thought it was going to be a minus like 120 at least. Dylan Cease is one of the AL Cy Young up and comers up there, right up there with Kevin Gausman. Just reminding myself of that comment earlier. And Nick Pivetta struggles to pitch at Fenway Park for some reason. He's got a high ERA there, gives up home runs. And I'll fucking keep saying this till I'm blue in the face. The Red Sox cannot score runs. No matter who it's against, they cannot score runs. It's utterly depressing. So 1-0 will get you the fucking dub here. 2-0 will get you the dub here. 3-0 will for sure get you the dub here. Dylan Cease dominates. Chicago White Sox first 5 minus a half, plus 110. If you want some stats to go back behind this too, because obviously I watch this Red Sox team every day. I've got a good feel on them so far. They can't score. That's the feel. Nick Pivetta 0-4 at Baltimore last time out. 4 1/3, 6 hits, 3 runs, 5 Ks and a walk. At Toronto, 4 2/3, 3 hits, 2 runs, 6 Ks, 4 walks. Both those starts on the road. Like I said, I bet on him, or I bet on the first 5 under in that Toronto spot, and it did cash because I did figure that he would have a fantastic start on the road here, but just at home, it's just so sad. Toronto at home, the first time seeing those guys. So he pitched well after going back to back against them, but first time seeing against them, 4 innings, 5 earned runs, 7 hits, 4 Ks, 4 walks. And last year, he had a 5.4 ERA at home, a 3.75 on the road. So it's just very simple. It's very easy to me to see this Dylan Cease spot in the White Sox here.
I was leaning on the White Sox, and now hearing you go against your Red Sox here, like I might jump on Dylan Cease too. He's been incredible, man, and Pivetta has been the exact opposite of incredible. What is the first 5? What is the that run line? It's plus 110. What's the money line? It's probably like a lot worse than it is in the full game, right?
Let me check for you here, but yeah, I'll keep saying this. I was really surprised to see that at a plus money spot there. It's at minus 130.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not going to take another one. I'll take the plus 110 there. No problem. Both these teams, by the way, you could be concerned about a 0-0 here because, like I said, they're pitching bad at home, but the White Sox, man, the White Sox are just really bad at hitting at righties right now. 26 right now in the league, 76 weighted runs created plus. So I'm so very far away on the Red Sox here. A first 5 under look as well wouldn't be my least favorite thing. But I just told you the reasons why I don't trust Nick Pivetta.
I wouldn't back it under with Pivetta on the mound right now.
Not at home. Not at home. And Craig Wood adding 79% of the bets and on the White Sox and 80% of the money on the White Sox. So I'm definitely on the White Sox here. They can't score. They just can't score, guys, and you need to score to win games. Who would have thought?
Man, that's one of those things. So I'm looking at what Craig just said. It's like I don't like seeing that, especially if I'm considering the White Sox. But at the same time, like, what the fuck? No money's going to change the fact that they can't hit, and no money's going to change the fact that Dylan Cease is. He's just nasty, bro. His stuff up, down, in, out. Like, there you go. Fireside said it. He's absolutely disgusting, bro. He's one of those pitchers, like you hear me talk about, like Joe Ryan and Darvish. Like, this dude he's bet on. End of story. And the Red Sox are the opposite of that right now. So I might join you on this one. I got time to think about it. I want to look into it more. Like I said, usually I come into this card completely ready. Today I was not happy with the card.
Disregarding pitchers, Bear Pig says White Sox have played disgustingly bad in the last little while. Yeah, they've been awful, been horrible. But so are the Red Sox. These are both 2 underperforming teams. Like, these are both 2 teams that had high expectations going into this year of making the playoffs and such. White Sox will probably turn that around. Red Sox won't. So that's where I am in the season so far. And I don't hate. Julian Cesare says I prefer the money line plus minus 130. Hate losing by the hook. If they score 2 in the first and we're down 2, I hate losing by the hook too. But like I said, I already got 3 minus 130s on there. Julian Cesare. If I lose 2 of those, then like Cap says, I'm going to be crippled going into the rest of my card. So I'm taking the plus 110. If I lose 0-0, then I'll be shocked at a good pitching performance.
Thompson said it. He said all these minus 130s are going to bite you long term. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But then again, occupancy says for money lines and coffee. Like, everyone bets different, man. The key is to track your fucking shit, figure out where you win and make sure and zone in on that. Everyone bets different. And anybody who wins probably thinks their way is the right way, but the truth is, it's not. I mean, it's the right way for you, but everyone bets different. Everyone's different.
Yeah. And by the way, a lot of love for the minus 130 money line. And I don't blame you guys. I like the minus 130. You know, I want to take it, but I'm taking the plus 110. I already got
I
a
do
lot of them
too.
on there.
But here we are going back to what Sean said. Like, yeah, you don't want to load up on fucking minus 130s. I'm not trying to pay $260 to win 200. Like, fuck that.
And on top of that, honestly, if you're gonna take the first 5 money line, I would just tell you to take the full game. I would just tell you to full game money line, and it's at minus 138 right now. So a
Because
little
the Red
more
Sox
juice.
bullpen. I mean,
Yeah, because the Red
how about
Sox
a run
bullpen's
line here? If
fucking
you're going to back the White
atrocious.
Sox, just go ahead and hit that full game run line, right? Like, what's that at?
That hurts my feelings. Cab plus 130, minus 1.5. So that's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
If I join, I might be there.
Okay. Well, you do that, Cab. I think the Red Sox do get beat today, unfortunately. And it'll lead to another cranky night for me. Another
Hey,
cranky
good news
night.
is when you come in next week, they're playing the Rangers. So
Probably lose those games too. All right, next game on the docket: Cardinals versus the Giants. Here, another one of my plays, one of the minus 130 plays that I made earlier today. First 5 under 3.5 here, minus 130. Steven Matz versus Logan Webb. Steven Matz is the fucking drug. I just can't stop, Cap. I just
he's
can't.
good, man.
Can't do it. I mean, he's great. Yeah, I think he's good, but then sometimes he'll just absolutely screw me.
No,
I bet
see,
him
he was
against
one
the
of those
Mets.
pitchers that I was just last time he was out, I paid very close attention to him, and he gave up some early runs, and I said, man, for somebody who's getting scored on, this dude, he looks good. He looks good, but
And he's got a high whiff rate. He's got a very high whiff rate amongst lefties right now, and that's what I like to see. Versus the Kansas City Royals last time out, I didn't back him, and I probably should. 6 innings, 4 hits, no earned runs, 4 Ks, no walks. At the versus the Mets at home, where I did back him, I think I took a first 5 under. I think it was a 4 or something like that. He gives up 4 runs, 4 innings, 6 hits, 6 Ks, 2 walks, and he dominates the Cincinnati Reds, which I don't even have to worry about because everyone does. So I do like Matsy here, and obviously Logan Webb back at home makes me feel better about him. So first 5 under 3.5, and on top of that, both these offenses are subpar. 25th are the Cardinals against righties, 78 weighted runs created plus, and I did not write down the Giants numbers against lefties, and I think that is just because that we all know the Giants against lefties are shitty. So I will look those up here in a second. But Cap, let me know if you got anything on this, please.
Well, real quick too, but like I don't want to double down on something that's scared people, but the whole community, the whole pub sports community was on this team total under for the Giants, and they started winning some games at the beginning of this year, and I could see it. Everyone's like, "Oh, like I shouldn't have taken that." Well, they are 14-12. Chill the fuck out. Like we're not that far into the season. This team could easily fall apart right now, and they look like they might be. I don't know, but as far as hitting goes, I know that they've hit, but it's one of those things like where I've watched them. The Giants are not a top to bottom good hitting team. I don't know how they keep doing it. Anyways, what I'm getting at is I still am not sold on this Giants team. Okay. 14-12 is great. Beautiful. Good start. Let's see if you can keep it up. I could still see that team total hitting under. If I was going to play this, it would probably have to be the under in the first 5. I was leaning on that first 5 under. Yeah, I don't see any other angle that makes sense other than the first 5 under here with these two guys on the mound. Logan Webb is a good pitcher. He's a very good career pitcher. He's one of those guys that you don't fucking fade people like him. If you do, you better have a very good reason and a very good angle for it. Matz is one of those guys that has the stuff to come out there and dominate any game, but he can also fall apart. I've seen it happen. So I'd have to look under if I was going to play it because I don't trust the Giants bats. So.
I'm right there with you. I took the under first 5 here. I'm right there with JA2. I'm fucking scared of trusting Mats. And Michael Orlina shouting out the Cardinals futures right now. I got them to make the playoffs at plus 110 earlier this year. So I agree, or I feel great about that. And Julio Cesario reminding us Ron Crawford's spreadsheet play of the day on these Giants.
Oh, hey, His spreadsheet
Peter.
in baseball is his spreadsheets and everything hit, but his spreadsheet in baseball has been hitting a ton. I know that.
Yeah,
Crazy for
Peter.
great. Yeah.
That Ron Crawford, and it seems like the number of the day is minus 130, Cap, because
Isn't it
full
weird?
game money line around minus 130 again for the Giants, and I really don't hate that. I really don't hate it at all. But
Go ahead.
I'm
Okay, let's see. Just do it, bro. Seven minus 130s. Let's see how it goes.
no thanks. No thanks. By the way, Raven in the Desert, making a great point and something that I need to cap more often. And shout out to the spin doctor here. Umpire in this game,
For
0
sure.
5 for the under.
I'll be the first to admit that umpires are extremely important, and I don't do the best job capping the umpires. So anybody who has that inside information, that's important.
By the way, Fireside sounding the P alarm, the parlay alarm. Goodness, yeah. I think this is a tough game. It's gonna be a fun game. A lot of good pitching matchups today, and these two games are two of the best here. This next one is going to be fantastic. I can't wait to watch it. Corbin Burns versus Max Fried, minus 110 each way, which surprised a lot of cappers. Getting Corbin Burns at minus 110 against the Braves right now seemed a little surprising, but both these teams are good, man. Both these pitchers are excellent.
Bro, what do I do, man? Like, my favorite play probably was because I can get the Brewers. I think they were plus money in the first 5 on the money line. It's like, that's like, we need to talk. That's like my favorite play today. I am 0-5 when I play the Brewers this year, whether I'm with them or against them. And I know, like, I'm not a fan. I know I have a hat on. I know I got drafted by them. I'm not a fucking Brewers fan. Like, trust me, I'm not. I don't give a shit, like, about the Brewers unless I put my money on them. But at the same time, like, how do I go back to something when I'm 0-5? I try just to cap it and to keep that out, right? But damn it, bro. Damn it.
Right. I mean, by the way, I love the comments that are coming in right now. And Christopher Comentini says, I can't wait for robot umpires coming with the bullshit. Yeah, I tweet out robot umpires at least once a day now, apparently.
Bro, I don't even know. I don't even get it, bro. I've umpired, man, and I've umpired for people that are gonna go to college that are throwing, 92 miles an hour, 94 miles an hour with good movement and good, like, I understand when the calls are like close, but some of this shit that we've been seeing this year, like, there's no excuse for it. You're right over the fucking plate. Like, ugh.
By the way, Fireside says it's time for you to cash the Brewers here. A lot of conflicting comments here. Man Bear Pig on the Brewers, Real Deal Prime. Or sorry, he's on the Braves. Real Deal Prime on the Brewers.
I had that thought Fireside had, though.
John Thompson loves Burns. Raven in the Desert likes Braves. Lamont Williams, by the way, my max bet, full game under for the San Francisco Giants game. Like that. And Fireside, can't fail the flip 7 times, Cab. Can't fail that coin flip.
Well, I only got 2 more flips to hit, so
I think this is one of the most interesting games on the card. This will be one of the toughest games. A lot of conflicting information back and forth, and I think I'm staying off this game.
You know what's interesting is we haven't even talked about the under, because these teams, like, first off, we know the Braves, like, they can hit, and then the Brewers, what they've done the last few games is insane. They're like it would be like going against the Guardians at the start of the year. They're putting up fucking 10 plus runs a game right now. They're not a 10
you can thank the Reds for that too.
Right. That's what I was about to say. They're not a 10 plus run a game team, but at the same time, like, they're hot. And baseball, your people are going to get hot. They're going to get cold. It's going to be streaky. These guys are hitting the ball right now. So I'm not interested in getting an under that's that low, right? I really, really lean Brewers here. I don't think I'm going to play it either. I want to roll with Burns. You're getting plus money with Burns in the first 5 against, I know, another good pitcher, but the Brewers have been destroying the baseball. So you're getting plus money with one of the best pitchers, in my opinion, with a team that's been hitting the baseball lights out the past few days. I love the play, and I haven't made it, and I don't know if I will.
Fireside on the over 7. Balls there. Bruce Hayward telling me that the Red Sox are ass. Still in cease all day. I'm glad that we're on the same page there, Bruce Hayward, especially about the Red Sox being ass. And Raven in the Desert, please keep putting in this information. It's very helpful, and I appreciate you for watching, and thank you for doing this. Umpiring the Braves game 4-0 at home, 1-3 to the under. So keep that in mind. Umpire might be leading towards the home team, and he might be going under
Raven in the
there.
desert. I know it can't be like across the board, but so you put out a couple numbers so far, and they're like 4-0, 3-0. Like, are there really that big of a difference? Like, do people trend one way that heavy that much with the umpires?
Let us know. Let us know, Raven and Desert. I've talked to the spin doctor about umpires before, and I forgot the guy's name, but we went over like a whole thing about umpires, the best ones, the worst ones, and the ones for overs and unders. But I think his name was Marquez or something like that. He's like the don of the unders, and I've looked up his stats before, and so yeah, it'll be fun. And
Man,
by the way, Raven and Desert just answering with you, yeah. So I mean,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
interesting. I'm excited. Next game on the docket here. Another game that was exciting last night. It was a game that all of us cashed on, thankfully. Rockies Diamondbacks here. Freeland versus Davies. I've got nothing on this one today, unfortunately. Freeland looked good against the Reds. 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, and 4 Ks. His 1 earned run was off a home run. That's his first one of the season. Davies had looked good this year in spots, along with the Diamondbacks pitching staff in general. So maybe I'm going first 5 under here again, but I think I'm staying off this one. Cab, what do you have for this one?
I would have to look Rockies or nothing. I'm not looking to back Freeland, no, man. I know he looked good last start, and it's funny you say first 5 under. Maybe first five. I don't know, man. I'm not hopping out to take overs right now with the way that these fucking unders are hitting, especially because I like pitching. So unders are what you would think I'm looking at. But these two teams right here with these guys on the mound, they're both hitting the ball. I could see this. I could see this game going over. I think the Rockies isn't a bad play. I'm not a big Davies guy, man. Just not this year, not ever. I'm not a big fan of Zach. Diamondbacks have been playing good baseball. So are the Rockies. The Rockies, I said this. So their team total was at like 63 or something like that at the beginning of the year. Did you know that? You muted.
Really? There we go.
63 and a half or something fucking crazy. I don't have it written down, but it was so low. Everybody expected so little out of this Rockies team. And I'm still not sold on their pitching staff. But
Well, yeah, I guess I can understand. Okay,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. So what I was gonna say though is like I'm not sold on their pitching staff, bro, but their lineup, like they can hit, man, from top to bottom. Like they go up there with an approach, like they know what they're doing at the plate. This Rockies team can hit, man. So I'm off this game. I would lean over. I'm off of it. Like I said, I've
CJ
only
Cron, he's the National League leader in RBIs right now, CJ Cron. So I mean, that speaks volume right there. You can't really get much better than that, Cab. I guess I mean Raven and Des is shouting out the umpire again, 3-1 into the overs, and had occupancy saying the D-backs are the Kraken of baseball. And by the way, Nicholas Jabinski jumping in the chat. Shout out to you, my man. Been hitting Japanese baseball, the Hanshin Tigers and the Nippon Ham Fighters under parlay. Love that. Love that, my man. You get that in there. And I'm surprised that I could pronounce those names pretty decent. And by the way, Nicholas Jabinski also saying that Taiwan and Japanese baseball trending under like the MLB. Maybe it's just, but pitchers are finally starting just taking the full step advantage over hitters and just being too good. Too good against them.
Well, look, I told you this earlier, man. I don't know if you saw it. It was just in a text. It's going to change, man. It's going to be in a blink of an eye. These threes and 3.5s, they're not going to hit at the rate they're hitting. I promise. Hitters are going to start seeing the ball soon. It's just going to happen. Real Deal says Colorado's worth a shot. I agree. I agree with him. I might do it. I might.
For the plus 100, I don't hate that at all.
Yeah.
I don't hate that at all. Zach Davies is my least favorite of the card or of the Diamondbacks pitching staff. I like the other Zach a lot better, but I could see it. I could see it for sure. I don't have any strong opinions on this game, but it'll be interesting. And by the way, shout out to my guy, AOD, packing a fat apple bowl. Cheers. Shout out to you, my guy. I hope
got some
that
apple gelato right now. Jose, you'll get on some of that next weekend.
I hope that apple is treating you well. Get that, cut it in there, and I like it. I like it. Shout out to you, AOD.
Oh, fat bowl in the apple, bro. I haven't done that in so long. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's innovation. That's innovation.
Bro, when I would
Right.
travel to hotels with baseball, with my team, I wouldn't want to take my pipe, so I just grab apples all the time.
That is hilarious. The coach is asking, why does Cab like apples so much?
Bro, I put a carb in that thing and everything.
That's hilarious. All right, next game on the docket, another great game pitching matchup wise. A lot of great pitching matchups today. Unfortunately, the books are making it a lot harder for us to bet them, but still great pitching matchups. Pablo Lopez, my best friend, versus Sean Manaea, Padres, Marlins here. Another plus 100, minus 120 spot. And a good game last night. Good game last night. We believe in Jesus comes through. Nick Martinez shoved it up our ass
That was
a
not
couple
last night.
days ago. A couple days ago,
Oh,
but
okay.
Nick Martinez is an asshole, and I will keep betting against him just because you don't like him, Cap, and that's just one of those
Thank you. At
things.
least yes, he is.
That's just one of those things. And I'll give everyone a update on everyone's most favorite reoccurring segment on this show, Cab. Did Pablo respond? Did Pablo respond? Now we've gone over this saga plenty of times before. Being my best friend Pablo Lopez, we chatted every once in a while last year, and at the start of this year, I decided, I'm gonna DM him again and see if he responds to me.
Will you just ask him if I should back him tonight or not?
So far, Cab, no responses.
Okay.
No responses. I'm looking at the messages from last year, and um, I think every message he sent me except for one was thank you. I sent him a picture of himself getting kicked out, of him looking angry one time. And I sent him a picture of him, or a picture of like his mile per hour off a bat because he hit a double 110 off the bat. And I was like, who the fuck are you hitting 110 off the bat? So me and Pablo, still best friends. I'll consider us still best friends, close personal friends. Just has not gotten back to me yet this year. But hopefully by next week, we'll have another edition of Has Pablo Responded?
Yeah.
Will Pablo respond? And I don't know if he will.
So are you
Last
off?
time out. Yeah, I am off this game. I really am. It's unfortunate. 3.5. I think the first five total is right now. 6.5 is the full game. Mania has been kind of Jekyll and Hyde, to be honest. When he's on, and he's fantastic. At the
Last game.
Pirates,
Go ahead.
I was about to say, at the Pirates, 3 earned runs.
Well, he came out and gave him up right like early. Like he came out and got smashed in the first inning. He just shit sheets, and then he just dealt after that. And that's what I've tried to tell people when they look at that no run in the first inning. Like the first inning's the hardest inning for any starting pitcher. That's all there is to it. You just need to know that it's the hardest inning to get through, and all the time pitchers are going to get through that inning and give up 1 to 3 runs and then shut shit down for the next 5 or 6 innings. It just happens.
Umpire leaning towards the under here too. Raven in the Desert. Thank you so much as always for these 1-3 for the home team and 1-3-1 for the under and Padres games. I mean 3.5 under 3.5. Yeah, under 3.5 is at minus 125. I don't hate that. My only trepidation here, honestly, would be Pablo Lopez on the road. Traditionally has not been his strong suit, but went on the road already once this year in the last 3 starts at the Washington Nationals, and he was fantastic. Fantastic. 6 innings, 3 hits, no one runs, 6 Ks. He had like I said, a shaky start at versus Arizona at home. It was against Zach Gallen, I believe, and I think. Oh, I didn't end up moving on that one, but I kind of wanted the over, and Zach Gallen and them, or I should say, Pablo Lopez got it himself. Zach Gallen dominated. Did not bet it, but 4 runs, 3 earned against the Arizona Diamondbacks. 6 hits, 7 Ks. Not a good start for him at home, especially. So I'm a little worried there. I definitely would lean towards the under. And Mania, like we said, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, 3 innings or 3 earned runs against the Pirates. And then he was at home against the Dodgers. He gave up 7 runs, 6 earned, 2 home runs that game, and then dominates the Cincinnati Reds before that. So I think this is going to be interesting. I'm leaning towards that first 5 under minus 125, and I think I'm going to write it down. I don't know if I'm going to get there yet, and I'll look at the chat and see if I get any more reinforcement here. But Cab, what do you have here?
Bad. Pablo Lopez is one of those guys, man. He's 26. Okay. So it's like he's at a good age right now. And he's just, his numbers have gotten better and better and better and better and better, like pretty much across the board. Right. I mean, literally across the board, whether you're talking about, hitters batting averages against him, strikeouts that he's had, ERA in general, like he's just gotten better and better. And that is a beautiful thing. When you got a 26-year-old that has constantly progressed, that this dude is, he could be primed to be the real deal. You understand what I'm saying with this? All that being said, the Marlins fucking suck, man. They can't score anything, dude. Like, God, look at the pitchers they've had going the last 3 days. Like, I'm not saying that they're like, like the Brewers staff or something like that, but damn, they got some good starting pitchers and they can't win any games. Like,
Yeah,
so
I was about to say I'm on the team total under. I'm on their team total under for this year, the Marlins. I thought they were going to be a bad offensive team to help them back a little bit. And it's seeming like that, but I'm not feeling comfortable about that so far.
yeah, okay, yeah. So and that's so and for me, the Padres have been bet on. I've made a good amount of coin on the Padres this year. I've enjoyed backing them. Yeah, I don't hate the under here because I took the over with Martinez on the mound, and they didn't get to the over with Martinez on the mound. So like, yeah, yeah, the under makes perfect sense. The under in the first 5 is hit in both of these games so far, and we got another good pitching matchup. So the only thing that scares me about it is the fact that it's hitting both the games. Actually, I guarantee you, if I fucking hit that over with Martinez, I'd be on the under right here, which is stupid, but it's I can't. It's just how my brain's clicking.
Yeah, I'm officially moving on it. I'm officially going to move on it, I guess. The chat helping me out here. Appreciate you guys as always. Under 3.5, minus 125. Everything around that minus 130 juice. But Ouroboros puts a good point in it. It's fucking Manny Machado versus the Marlins. He personally lost me my Jesus
He's so good.
Luzardo
He's hitting so good.
first. Yeah, he lost the first 5 bet for me again when Jesus Luzardo was on the mound earlier this week. And I'm ready to get after him again, I guess. I don't know. This is gonna be funny. It's gonna be funny. Manny Machado is a fan. I should say Manny Machado is a guy that Red Sox fans do not like, but he has been really good. He's been really good this year. And by the way, Ha-Sung Kim, little DFS action from
Hosmer too, man. Hosmer. These Padres can hit. They really can. Hosmer's been hitting the ball. Machado.
I would not hate a Sean Manaea Padres first 5 money line at minus 115 as well. Would not hate that as well on this.
What's crazy, and last thing I'll say, because I don't want to just keep ranting, but about this Padres team is they do have a lot of guys like Profar, bro. I think he's hitting like fucking like 160 or something. Like they got a lot of people that have terrible numbers, but they're finding a way to get on base and then get runners in. And that's what baseball is. They are finding a way to score these runs. And it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch. Just like, and this can sound so stupid, but last night in their game, there's like just a little thing right outside the dugout, and they had like 10 guys flicking sunflower seed. They were playing the game. Yeah. That's the type of shit you want to look for, man. They got that chemistry. I know that sounds weird, but the and I said this 2 weeks ago. They're having fun, bro. They're having fun and winning baseball. This team is something to watch out for. That's all I'm saying.
I saw that too, and I tweeted that picture out of them doing that, and I said that the Padres pitching staff is by far top tier, number one. Going away, the number one pitching staff or position group that I would want to hang out with in all of Major League Baseball. All those guys, and if I had to pick between the relievers and the starting pitchers, it'd be the starting pitchers, no doubt. Clevenger seems like a cool guy. Blake Snell, all those guys, like even just those 2 names, I'd be perfectly okay with. Yu Darvish, I'm sure I could have a ball with Yu Darvish, and all this and all that good stuff, and maybe I can hash out my differences with Nick Martinez and figure out maybe if I do or don't like him. So, and Sean Manaea and Joe Musgrove also seem like good guys, but I want to just hang out with Mike Clevenger. I think Mike Clevenger is the main reason why I do it.
Yeah, and so like you were just saying, man, it's infectious, man. Losing's not fun. Nobody fucking likes losing. Okay, so the first thing you have to do to have a good dugout is you have to win. All right, Well, they're doing that. And when you see a team that's winning and having fun together, man, it's dangerous. Just watch out for this team. That's all I'm saying.
Watch out for this team indeed. And Bob Melvin is a great coach. Bob Melvin's one of the best managers in baseball. So do not hate that. Ronnie and Bergia, thanks so much for adding that in here. And Paco Healy adding in a Luke Voigt over 4, over 3 yesterday.
Paco Healy just said Padres futures. I don't even do futures, but you know what, man? I think I'm gonna look into them. I might have to hop something, man. I really like this baseball team. Some of their hitters need to figure it the fuck out, but I really like this baseball team.
Let me tell you, Paco, Padres fan, so I'm not surprised him saying.
Okay, yeah. Thanks. Make sure to let me know that next time.
Not surprised. Get
I'm
them in
still
before
interested.
Tatis comes back. I think he's right about that, though. You definitely need it if you're going to bet the Padres. Get them in before Tatis comes back, and he's coming back in June, I think. Paco, let me know about that. Bruce Hayward, thank you for putting this back in here because I wanted to mention this. It's supposed to rain today in the Rays game, and thank you for mentioning that because I'll skip the game we were going to do and go right into the Rays game because I'm excited about it. And correct me if I'm wrong, Bruce Hayward, but I'm pretty sure that Seattle has a dome, so you don't have to worry about the rain there. So don't worry about that, my man. Drew Rasmussen versus Marco Gonzalez. And Drew Rasmussen is one of those guys that I bet on pretty blindly. He's kind of on the Logan Gilbert territory for me. I wanted to take the Rays first 5 minus a half here. However, I didn't. I did not, and I have not yet. Instead, it is Rays first 5 minus have even money. Son of a bitch. I'm probably going to add that.
You can get the full game at minus 135.
As tempting as that is, I think I might stay off the full game. But I'll tell you, I do have Tampa Bay team total over 3.5 runs at minus 120 here. As Bruce Hayward is saying right here, auto fade Gonzalez. He is cheeks. I am not a Marco Gonzalez guy. I say it every time he comes onto the show in this aspect. Not a Marco Gonzalez guy. I'll fade him. Taking the Rays here, 3.5 at minus 120. And I think I'm going to go ahead and add Rays first 5 minus a half at
how many minus a half? How many first 5 minus a halves do you have right now today?
I will let you know in just a second. Let me know what you have on this game while I calculate that.
I mean, I'll keep it simple, man. I agree that Gonzalez is a fade, and I think Drew is bet on. He's good, man. This Rays team is good. I wouldn't say I'm as high on them right this moment as I am the Padres, right? But like as like a preseason cap and as like a who they have cap, this Rays team is good. They
are absolutely better than I thought they would be this year. 100%. They've got a whole heap of guys on the IL, and like Shane Baz, Luis Patino, like really good pitchers the Rays do. And they're still rolling along, and that's just kind of what they do. But I hate to say it as a Red Sox fan, I think they are going to be a problem this year. And with a pitcher like Drew Rasmussen, they find these guys, they cultivate them, and I respect it wholeheartedly.
Oh man, the Rays do such a good job in their organization with pitching, right? Kind of like the Braves.
Yeah, this is what they do. It's just what they do. So I am on first 5 minus a half plus 100. Team total over 3.5 at minus 120. And to answer your question, Cab, I have 3 first 5 minus a halves at minus, or I have 3 first 5 minus a halves. And Roger that asking what the tank play of the day is. I have not heard about it. I have not seen it.
I think I know what it is, but I don't want to just throw it out if he doesn't want it out.
Well, then let's not give it out. We ask him on Twitter. I'm sure he'll tell you.
I think it's I have this weird like memory, like because I don't really pay attention to other people's plays, but I swear it was in one of the chats. I mean, I think you're in it too. Didn't he drop it in one of those chats?
Yeah, probably. I just haven't seen them. I haven't looked at those this morning yet.
I can't leave the shit unread, so I just open it and move on. Like it drives me crazy when those things have.
I feel the same way. The same way, honestly. All right, so let's get into this last game. We a little bopped around in schedule, but I wanted to talk about that Rays game because now I have 2 plays on it. So that's fun times. Last game, Josiah Gray versus Michael Lorenzen here. And for one of the rare times this year, I immediately thought, well, I've got to take the first 5 over here, right? I mean, Josiah Gray stinks. Josiah Gray, he had a great start at the Giants last time out, but he overall stinks, I think.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
okay, let's. I'm not going to be as harsh. He doesn't stink. He's a young pitcher. He's still getting his legs underneath him. He could be a good pitcher, but I don't think he's good yet. Let's say there. He doesn't stink. At the Giants, 6 innings, 1 hit ball, no earned runs, 3 Ks, 4 walks. That's fantastic. You can't say anything about that. And the Giants, we think, are going to be a good to decent squad this year. Miami Marlins
Well,
versus the
some
Miami
people think.
Marlins. Yes, at the Miami Marlins, or should I say at home for the Miami Marlins. 4 earned runs off a home run off a team we have realizing cannot hit slowly but surely. 10 Ks, 7 hits. Versus the Arizona Diamondbacks, 1 earned run, 8 Ks, 2 walks, 5 and a third innings pitched, 3 hits. So he's been good this year. But I want to lean over here. Michael Lorenzen on the other side, a pitcher that has been great as well this year. 8 and a third, 9 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 Ks, 2 walks at the Chicago White Sox. So a huge start for him there. I would look to try to kind of fade him after that kind of big start, but first 5 over was 5 here. And I was like, there's just no fucking chance I'm betting the 5.
You can't do that in baseball today. Not with the way. No.
Yeah, so honestly, if anything, I'd be leaning under the 5, but I don't like either one of these pitchers. Right now, the Washington Nationals are 6th against right-handed pitching, 115 weighted runs created plus these last 2 weeks since April 17th. Remember that? Since April 17th, they are 6th. Shocking. They've been crushing the ball, though. They've been crushing the ball. Giants, doesn't matter who they're playing. They've been hitting the ball. Angels are 13th at 107 weighted runs created plus against righties. So stay off game for me here. And in the card on kind of a note, but I had a lot of plays on this card, and now I am very excited for today.
I wish I upped my game too. I've added 1. I have 3 plays on the card. I still stand by it that I just don't love this card today. I think it's been a lot of fun breaking it down, and I think there's a lot of interesting stuff that I'm looking forward to watching, just not putting my money behind, I guess you can say. The Angels, man, they're good. They're a good team. They've been winning for the most part. They've been covering run lines for the most part. But like you just said, man, after his last start with against the White Sox, I might look to fade right here. He's not a 3-1 top tier pitcher. He's their bottom of the line pitcher for the Angels.
Almost got an at bat, by the way. He's a two-way guy for people that don't know. Michael Lorenzen is, and he almost got an at bat. I don't remember when it was. I think it was a couple of nights ago, but he flew. Because if you guys don't know this, if you're a starting pitcher, for example, if Cab is starting for the Brewers tomorrow, and the Brewers are in Washington D.C., they're in Milwaukee, Cab will fly to Washington D.C. before the team. And like the starting pitchers will just go ahead of the team to get comfortable, whatever, and less stress on them. He already left the game, and Joe Madden during the game was like, "Where's Lorenzen? We need to give him that bat. I want to pitch hit Lorenzen," and he wasn't there. So I was disappointed in that, and I wanted to see that, and I hope he does get some at bats this year. But will be fun. I'm definitely passing this game. A lot of people in the chat saying Gray better than I think. You're probably right about that. Gray is probably a lot better than I think. He was one of the.
He's got upside, bro. He's got upside.
He was one of the main returns on the Max Scherzer deal. So yeah, he's probably definitely better than I think. But that's why I ultimately didn't get there. I'd lean first 5 under 5. Like I said, if you guys all think we're all in a kind of agreement here, Josiah Gray better than we think. Michael Lorenzen pitching well, maybe not as good as he is. Maybe we take a Nationals first 5 or under 5.5 or under 5. So
not
that's what I think. Not I as well. Gray can explode anytime with really good start. Hey, real deal. I hear you, and I want to see it happen here, and I'm excited to watch this game now. But I think that will end the card for us today. Long show, hour and a half show. We've got first pitches coming here in about 10 minutes, 5 minutes. I'm excited.
Well, the first real pitches. The Reds already started, but
who cares? Who cares about that game? That game doesn't matter. That was the 11:35 game here, and I could not give less of a fuck about that game right now. What's the score about?
Yeah, that's a good question. Let me look.
What is the score? It is 0-0 bottom first, 2 outs. There's 2 guys on for the Reds. Mike Moustakas just got hit with a pitch, so
such a bad game.
Brubaker starting off rough. All right, so let's go review our card here today, Cab. Mine is girthy,
I'm shocked too.
obese. I had 3 plays. Well, technically, I had 2 plays coming into this, and then I made all these official right as the show went on or during the show. So let's go through them. Before the show, St. Louis Giants first 5 under 3.5 -130. And you're going to hear that number a lot, unfortunately. Tampa Bay Rays team total over 3.5 -120. Chicago White Sox first 5 -0.5 +110. Cleveland Toronto first 5 under 3.5 -130. Houston first 5 -0.5 -135. Ugh. Houston Astros run line +110. San Diego Padres, Miami Marlins first 5 under 3.5 -125. And the Tampa Bay Rays first 5 -0.5 at +100 there. Cabby, anything
All
for
right.
you?
And I'm sending my tweet out right now. For anybody who doesn't know, you can get us at Jose Bouquett and at Debbie Cab. But I'm sending it out now because the Dodgers game is about to start.
2
But I
nothing
got the
Reds. There you go. By the way, I just want to say this now. The last time the Reds were up 2-3 nothing, they fucking immediately gave up the lead back to the Brewers, and I was kind of kicking myself for not live betting against the Reds.
3
I'm
wins.
not gonna.
They're playing the Pirates.
I was I'm not gonna bet it here because it's the Pirates. But just a heads up, live betting against the Reds when they take a lead, not a bad look as always. But go ahead. Excuse me.
No. You're good. You're good. So I got the Dodgers first 5 run line at -133, which I'm not super excited about. But you said it went up to 145, so at least there's that. I've got the Mets on the first 5 run line. That's at even money. And then I've got Houston on the full game run line at +110.
Shout out to Paco Healy for the $9.99 dono. I'll round it up. You get yourself a banner, my guy.
Yeah.
So shout out to you, Paco Healy, adding another
yeah.
banner to this illustrious show. And Rant's asking for a plus money bet. Well, White Sox first 5 +110. That's one of my favorite bets on the card. So there you go.
You can
Plus
get
110 for you.
I took the Astros at +110 on the run line. I think
That was also wrong. Yeah.
Since I'm not betting the Brewers first 5, I think that was plus money on the money line. Since I'm not betting it, you can go get that. If I bet it, they'll lose. But since I'm not, you're good.
That's hilarious. All right. So today was a great show, Cab. I thought today was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Long show, obviously, and I appreciate you for joining me here. Let's go ahead and announce our well, we've already announced it, but let's keep on talking about it. Next week,
Yeah.
very exciting. I'm going to travel up to Casa de Cab. Going up to Casa de Cab Saturday night, going to do the show live from Cab's house Sunday morning. We're going to have to figure out timing of when we leave for the game and doing the show. But it's going to be a fun time. I cannot wait. We'll be doing the show side by side. We'll be right there, the good vibe side. Maybe we'll be there. Who knows?
It'll be here. It's going to be here this week.
Okay, beautiful. We'll have good vibes then. We'll definitely have for sure good vibes joining us. It's going to be great. I can't wait. I'll be on the road then. And that will be the first time that Say Hey Plays travels. I'm doing the show every day, so it's going to be a little bit interesting to see how I make the show work every day, but it'll be fun. And Julian Cesaro asking where we live. We're Texas children. Yeah. He's in Dallas. I'm in San Antonio. It's a 5-hour drive, but I'm willing to do it for Cab. I'm willing to do it for Cab.
Yes. I was going to say, you feel like you're going to force a play in the game, or you're just going to stay off it so you can watch it?
Oh, no, I'm going to have a lot of money on that game. I'm going to have a lot of money.
Good. Me too. If I'm going to go watch a game, I'm putting money on it. So
Yeah. So we'll say this now. If you guys are in the Dallas, Fort Worth, DFW area, if you're around even Houston, want to come by, say hello to me and Cab while we're watching the game, please do. It'll be the let me see, the 15th, the Red Sox Astros game Sunday. It's a day game. It's called morning, but Sunday day game, 1:35 start time. I'm projecting. I did a little projection for the Red Sox. Michael Wacha, I think, will be on the mound that day, so that will be fun. I cannot wait, and I think it'll be Evaldi, Pavetta, and Waka for the 3 games. That will be my guess. And hopefully they get a 3-game sweep, but it'll be fun. So definitely come by, guys. If you guys want to come say hello, watch the
Yeah.
game with us, it'll be a great time. And obviously the tickets are fucking cheap as shit. So you can buy tickets with us and come by. And there's no
They
one
pay
there's
you to go
no
to
one
the
goes to these
games.
games. Yeah, no one goes to these games. So just buy a ticket, come in, come sit with us, hang out, drink some beers. It'll be a great time. It'll be a great time. So like I said, Sunday the 15th, Red Sox Rangers at Rangers will be there. Come and say hello to us.
That's next Sunday. If you're in Oak Cliff, real DJ, come out. I'll have a joint sparked up before we go in.
Real DJ. Do definitely come by if you're like I said, if you come by, like we said, we'll definitely say hello. Cab's the medicine man. We'll hang out before the game, perhaps. Like I said, it'll be a little tough with the timing of the show, but it'll be fun. It'll be
Make
fun,
it work.
and yeah, yeah. And I was going to come up Friday, but I decided I took me from 7 to 3 in the morning to do all the prep for today. And I was like, all right, I cannot drive 5 hours and then do this right after. So it'll be great. And by the way, already DJ coming through. So DJ, cannot wait to see you there,
Hell
my
yeah.
guy. Jump, DM Cab on Twitter. Cab, I'll have you responsible of that since you live there. DM Cab on Twitter. Set this shit up. We'll be there, my guy. It'll be fun. And I'm gonna buy the tickets. I have not bought them yet. I'm procrastinating. I'll buy them on Tuesday. So if you are coming by, let us know on Tuesday. By Tuesday, I'll buy the tickets, and we can all sit together, and it'll be a great time. It'll be a great time. So yeah, Say Hey plays on the road. Say Hey plays on the road. First time this year. Won't be the last time, and it'll be fun. Cab, let the people know where people can find you and when you're going to be on Pub Sports Radio next.
Yeah, man. At Dabby Cab, that's the Twitter. But like he said, Pub Sports Radio. I'm doing a show. It's called The Nightcap every Tuesdays and Thursdays. Basically, it's a live betting show. We've been cashing some tickets, having a few drinks or smoking.
I did see
laughing.
fucking Flush Allen right in there last time, plus 400 on the draw for the I forgot what game it was, but it was a hockey game.
Yep.
Sick.
Dude, so let me tell you something about him with this show. He's came in probably out of the, let's say, what have I done? Like, I know I've only done the Nightcap for 4 times, but I've done the same type show the 2 weeks before that too. I want to say he's given out maybe like 8 bets, and 6 of them have hit at its insane like value.
Man, shout out to Flush Allen, man. Shout out to Big Mike. Appreciate that guy. He is a good dude, and shout out to his wife as well. A lovely lady, very mom and pop-esque, and
Mom and Nut Flush.
Yeah, I want them to be my parents.
Yeah, well, so the show's at 8:30 Eastern, guys, Tuesdays and Thursdays. You can also find me here with Jose, on with Jimmy, on with Razor. Just subscribe to Pub Sports Radio and check out all the shit they do. Basically, that's all there is to it.
Yes, and let's do. I'm gonna do one quick recap of my plays real quick, and then recap the Rangers thing just for the people one more time. Like I said, this has been a fun show. Say Hey plays 31 officially. All these plays are official. We'll tweet them out right after the show here. Giants, Cardinals first 5 under 3.5. Tampa Bay Rays team total over 3.5. White Sox first 5 -0.5. Cleveland, Toronto first 5 under 3.5. Astros first 5 -0.5. Astros run line. Padres, Marlins first 5 under 3.5. And the Rays first 5 -0.5. Tended. And like we said just now, next Sunday, the 15th, me and Cab side by side doing the show at his place at Casa de Cab. It's going to be a fun time. And then we will be at Red Sox Rangers that day. It's going to be fun. Come by and see us. DJ is going to meet us up here. I can't wait to see him. My man, it's going to be fun. It'll be fun talking to all the people that watch the show, and I appreciate you guys more than you guys know. So thanks, everyone, for watching. Cab, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining us, as always. And the next time I see you, Cab, will be on Tuesday. Cab is jumping on Tuesday, hopefully.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I was about to say, I didn't know that, but
yep.
So Tuesday?
There you go. Cab is hopefully jumping on the show Tuesday. And by the way, as well, another quick announcement. I'm sorry I have all these random announcements at the end of the show. But Cab joining the show on Tuesday, and then Jimmy the Bag going on vacation on the 11th. So I'll be hosting Betting with the Bag or I should say, it's going to be Betting with Bouquet on those days. Betting with Bouquet live on Pub Sports Radio. I'm going to be hosting Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Tuesday with Peter Loshak. So I do not think there will be a Say Hey Plays in the day that day. There will not be a 4:30 show that day. It'll just be Say Hey Plays in the morning with the MLB guests those days. So definitely tune in those days. It'll be fun, a little different. So a little different time, but it'll be Jimmy's regular time slot. Just watch us there. It'll be fun. It'll be a little different, and it'll be a whole lot of fun. So definitely watch that. A lot of announcements, but go rewind the end of the show and go watch it again if you missed anything. Cap, thanks so much. Thanks everyone to the chat. Let's give everyone one last shout out before we go. Ronnie and Bergia, Fireside, Top Set, my man, Paco Healy, Real Deal Prime, DJ, who we'll be seeing soon, hopefully, Paco Healy, Rant, Julian Cesaro, all you guys, Abel A., my guys, chat. Appreciate you guys. Thanks so much. Jay Peasy, Paco again. Shout out for that $9.99 dono. We appreciate you, my man. Everything helps the channel. I appreciate you guys. AOD, Nicholas Jabinski, all you guys. Thanks so much. Occupancy joining us early in the day. Raiden in the Desert, big time umpire stats. Shout out to you, Benjamin Mills, and all you guys. TJ Mizzy, I should say. TJ Mizzy. Great show. All right, guys, let's wrap this up now because I've been talking too long and I'm tired. All right, everyone, say hey. Let's do it. Say hey. Don't forget to say hey on social media. And until then, we'll see you guys.